government drama llama ding dong talking about the Occupy movement. And in short, basically there was this whole recession thing in 2008, and from that we had the Occupy Wall Street movement. So as Wall Street literally laughed at those below, there was a bunch of people that were taking over like different parks and streets as part of the Occupy movement. That's not to say there weren't issues within the Occupy movement. There was a few different things going on. Feel free to look all that up. We are the 99% is a political slogan widely used and coined during the 2011 Occupy movement. It directly refers to the income and wealth inequality in the United States, with a concentration of wealth among the top earning 1%. It reflects the belief that the 99% are paying the price for the mistakes of a tiny minority within the upper class. Those who are elder millennials may remember that there was a huge push for many people to go to college and get a degree because that was supposed to be your way out. Because of this campaign, and so of course lots of us went to college, got a degree, and then in 2008 everything sort of went kablamo. In the midst of being told things like millennials are ruining this industry, that industry, a lot of us were just trying to get a job. Part of this was because a lot of people who had work experience were willing to take entry-level jobs or take a pay cut, and companies thought, ooh, I can get a lot of experience and pay you less, so why would I hire and train someone right out of college? There was a lot of other stuff too, but I bring this up because one of the other things going on was that there was a webpage as well as a Tumblr for We Are the 99%. What people would do is they would write down their stories on like a piece of paper or cardboard, and they would hold it up and people would post and they would upload it to the website or the Tumblr. This one is from 2013. I'm 23 years old. I am a female, not that it should make a difference, but apparently in our society it does. From the day I moved out of my parents' house, I've supported myself, not because they don't love me, but because they can't support my dreams financially. For over 2 years, I schlepped 2-for-1s and shots to pay for my rent, a used car, and tuition at a community college. Now I'm attending the University of Minnesota, and I depleted all my savings just so I wouldn't have to take out a loan this semester. I'm trying to get by debt-free, and it seems near impossible. I am majoring in journalism, a profession I consider a civic duty. I know my salary will never break 5 figures, and I'm okay with that because I've learned to live within my means. And then all the posts would end with something like Occupy Wall Street or I am the 99%. And there were thousands of these stories. Thousands. This one is also from 2013. I'm a 21-year-old college student. I have over $20,000 in student loans, and the best job will only pay me $7.50 an hour. One of the other things people would mention in a lot of these posts is how many of them didn't even have health insurance. As it says in the image here above, how horrible that I would have to reevaluate my life's work out of fear that I may not be able to afford it. I am the 99%. This is another one from the Tumblr blog in April of 2013. 24 years old, one of the lucky ones, and 2 years ago diagnosed with skin cancer, and because she was on the truly fortunate ones, she was able to receive medical treatment that she knew millions in the country could alone not afford to have. On January 4th of this year, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called multiple sclerosis. Once again, the fact that I'm one of the luckiest ever never escapes my mind or my heart. Fortunately, I'm still covered under my parents' health plan for the next 2 years. Because of this blessing, I'm able to receive treatment, surgeries, and the necessary medications I need to not only survive, but to live so I can fight not only chronic illness, but far more nefarious, demoralizing evils like chronic extremism, intolerance, greed, corruption, and apathy. I am a first-generation Palestinian American and will always stand with the 99%, fighting tirelessly against injustice on all fronts. I stand with my tireless comrades, resisting and galvanizing to bring about real change. They are my heroes who instill real hope in me and will ultimately change the world, so keep fighting, dear comrade. I believe in hope. I believe that blood, tears, and patient suffering and steadfast struggle of the 99% all over the world will stand the test of time and achieve all that is just and moral. Occupy everything and don't ever remain silent in the face of injustice anywhere it exists. I am the 99%. I will end with this one from October of 2012. Keep in mind, 2012. We are the 99%. I was poisoned at work and full of pain from chronic inflammation, degenerative diseases, and deterioration that eventually unalives. The employer sent me to a doctor who denied my symptoms and a treatment which could have cured me. I sought legal help but couldn't get a doctor to refute the first doctor's denial, so no one was willing to take my case. After fighting for a year in debilitating pain, I got $6,000 from workman's comp for a lifetime injury. The state protected the employer and doctor who has denied me my last resort of disability for 2 years now. They say I won't qualify for it after 2014, so all they have to do is delay and deny as I and unalive. Remember how I said this was 2012? There are a lot of us that are too sick to act or too poor to support, but I wouldn't want to see this happen to a fellow citizen. We are the 99%, and there's far more of us than there are of them.